It's 13th of April 2020 and day 28 of my self-isolation. 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Okay, bit colder today, so stayed in. I'm missing one or two bits that's preventing me from getting on with the cigar box guitar construction. I need, apart from the glue, which I'm waiting for, and the pickup that I'm waiting for, I need some number 8 screws and some cup washers, and I can't really go out and get some, which is a pain in the neck. But anyway, it will be dealt with in the fullness. What I failed to tell you yesterday was that Boris Johnson has been discharged from hospital. Good, I suppose. I can't remember if I told you that some senior person in SAGE, the Scientific Advisory Group for Emergencies, said that the UK is likely to be one of the worst, if not the worst affected country in Europe over coronavirus. Good to know we lead the world in something. Sorry, that's second. Today it's announced that there were 717 deaths in the UK, which is 20 fewer than the previous day. That's 11,329 in total. But the reports are now coming in about deaths in care homes, and there were 13 in just one in County Durham. But also there's been some reported in a care home here in Bristol in Oldland Common. And the lockdown is going to, it's been said, it's going to continue without change. And the armed forces personnel are being loaned to the NHS ambulance service. So there you go. Anyway, so because it was not so pleasant today, I did a bit of reading and I did a bit of admin. There you go. And that's it. That's pretty dull. So I thought I'd tell you a bit of a tale of the past. Now I've finished, where's my time going? Oh yeah. I finished doing my 10 albums, business, 10 influential albums. And there's, doing it in 10 albums is very difficult. So I thought I'd tell you about one that I missed, and with it I'll tell you a bit of a tale. Here's the album. Can you see that? Wishbone Ash Argus. Okay. Now then, it's influential in more than one way, I suppose. Not so much musically, perhaps, although, I did go and see them. Saw them at least a couple of times. May have been more than that. And indeed, me and my friend Dave had a bit of a conversation about what was the first gig we went to see. And he can put me right on this, but it was either seeing Wishbone Ash at Isleworth Polytechnic or the Wheelie Pop Festival that I went to, or seeing Humble Pie in Hyde Park. One of my 10 albums was Humble Pie, Performance Rockin' the Fillmore. And as I said at the time, it marks a point where I started going to gigs and really went for it. If you open up the gatefold sleeve of Performance Rockin' the Fillmore, there are pictures from Hyde Park, and somewhere in that crowd is me. But anyway, it might have been Wishbone Ash at Isleworth Polytechnic. Okay, and in what other way were they an influence? Oh, well. Number one, my friend Dave wrote off to the fan club as a kind of aspiring guitarist, and received a reply and the fan club said that they thought he would like to see this handwritten letter from one of their two guitarists, probably the main guitarist really, Andy Powell. And Dave received this letter, and it wasn't some brush off. It was at least two sides of like A4 or whatever, of encouraging stuff from this pro guitarist. Wonderful. However, another way in which it was influential was in my first attempt to make an instrument. So brace yourself, especially brace yourself, Dave, because here it comes. Yes, I've still got it. I went to a timber merchant in Staines, which calls itself Staines upon Thames now, laughably, and purchased a lump of mahogany, which, as I recall, cost me £4. Might be wrong about that. And yeah, I made this. There it is. Now the eagle eye will spot that it's missing a truss rod cover up here. Nice rattly truss rod. It's missing block markers down there. The fret dots down the side of the neck are just blobs of paint. And I didn't know lots of things about building the guitar. I've just gone and checked the fret distances, and I was amazed to discover they're pretty right. That's astounding. The bridge, I didn't know it should be a bit of an angle. The bridge is parallel to the frets, so it's not really right. But bear in mind that I was not working from blueprints. I was working from like black and white photographs from Melody Maker. So I did not know anything about this. I mean, the thickness of the guitar is probably way too thick. I don't know. I don't know now, actually. I could find out now through the wonders of the interweb. But, yeah. I mean, oh dear. The humbuckers. Now then, we didn't have a handy musical instrument shop to go to buy humbuckers. So I had the choice of going to Staines on Thames, Staines as it was called then. But I didn't. I went to Kingston and I bought these. I have no idea what brand they are. Absolutely no idea. It's never been played, this thing. I mean, it was always a work in progress. Actually, I tell you what, I could put these on, one of them, onto a cigar box guitar and see if I can get some use out of them, couldn't I? Another thought that occurs to me is that I could find out the depth of a Flying V. Playing this piece of wood down, it's probably too thick, too wide to put it through a thicknesser. But I could attempt to make a better job of it, just for old time's sake. But there you go. The piece of the scratch plate. I remember I had to have several goes at making a scratch plate, which I made. I got the perspex from a place that was near Twickenham. I think it was off the A361. It's the same road that the Winning Post is on, where I went to see several bands, Thin Lizzy and the Groundhogs and Rory Gallagher, stuff like that. Anyway, you go down that road, take a left, go down there. There's an industrial estate. There's a place that sold plastic. There was also a firm that made beach buggies, GP beach buggies. So I'd usually pop in and have a look at the beach buggies. But I also bought some perspex. And I had to have several goes because of the tight corners, and I was cutting them out with a fret saw. And I'd always get to a certain point and it'd go clink and a piece would just break off and fly away. Okay. I must have had at least 4 goes, I would think. Anyway, there we go. Richard's Flying V. And you know what? I mean, it's not like... I mean, the classic is obviously the Gibson Flying V, and there was the original version, which looked one way, and then there was the later ones that sort of had this layout. And then since then, lots of other manufacturers have made their own Flying Vs, which take a bit of liberty with the design, you know. So it wouldn't hurt if I had another go. But anyway, I'm looking at the time and I'm thinking, crikey, I've really overrun, so I'm going to stop there. Dave, if you see this, I hope it gave you a laugh. There you go. So, I've probably said hello, Dave, but anyway, hello, Dave and Carol, hope you're okay and keeping well in that flat. And bye-bye, everyone. See you tomorrow. Bye for now.